planning is essential for a vacation. And there's two types of planning. There's the logistics, reservations for lodging, tickets, taking time off of work. And then there's the planning that's the fun, and that's the daydreaming. So we research on Google to figure out where we want to go. We talk to people who have been there before, and we take all this information and we put it into this great little package that makes the perfect vacation. The kids and I went on a vacation last year, and our planning went something like this. Hey, Reese, I'd like you to come to the family reunion in Nebraska with me this year.
Okay, I guess. Colorado is near Nebraska. I've always wanted to see Denver.
Just so happens Denver's 3 hours from my hometown. And just like that, our vacation was planned. The three of us took a road trip. We took a 6-day road trip. We went to Colorado, we went to Denver, and then we went to a ski resort in the mountains, and then we went to my family reunion in Nebraska. For the purpose of this speech, we're only going to talk about our time in the mountains. Mainly because this was what we were really looking forward to. Sam wanted to be as high as he could be in the mountains. Reese, she wanted to do everything. It didn't matter what it was. And I was looking forward to riding the ski lift. And our day in the mountains was just like we planned. We had the best time. And the way I would describe it is we really engaged almost all of our senses. We could feel the cold steel of the ski lifts. When we went hiking, we really interacted with hiking because the trail we chose was much steeper than it looked like when we started it. We ate outside. We ate lunch outside just with this magnificent beauty around us at 12,000 feet. And we breathed in the fresh mountain air. So our time in the mountain was done, and we decided to drive around town and see what was going on. And this is where our story begins. Hey, Reese, remind me when we get close to the exit so I know when to turn.
Okay, Mom.
Is that our exit?
No, I think it's the next one. Oh, that was our exit.
So that's where we ended up. And this was Reese's first time navigating, so we missed, and she just misread the map, and that's the way it was. And we ended up on a highway, and the highway, we were in a traffic jam. A lengthy traffic jam, like an hour. It was long enough that the kids fell asleep because they were exhausted from our fun in the mountain. And eventually, we made it through traffic, and I took the next exit. And the next exit happened to be this little 2-lane road on the side of a mountain. You know the roads where the drop-off is right next to the highway. It was one of those. So we drove and we climbed, and we drove and we climbed. And as we were driving some more in our last curve, I just saw something out of the side of my eye, and I knew what it was. So I woke up the kids really quickly, and as we rounded the corner, and as they were getting up and stretching, we rounded the corner, and there it was. We were surrounded by snow. Now, if you recall at the beginning, I said Sam wanted to go as high as we could go in the mountains. Well, when we were at the ski resort, that was fine, but there was this other level with the snow on it, and we weren't there. And so you can imagine our surprise when we came upon the Continental Divide. I didn't even know we were near the Continental Divide. And it was just this really beautiful gift that came upon us. Little did we know that missing an exit and sitting in a traffic jam and riding in this white knuckle drive up this mountain road would lead us here. And we just enjoyed all of our moments there. In fact, we loved it so much. We spent quite a bit of time there. In fact, we loved it so much, we named that part of our trip, and we named it #HappyAccident. So if I would planned a little differently, we would of course gone there, but I really liked the way it turned out. It turned out to be something that unfolded over time. And because it unfolded over time, it became really special to us. It was special because we were in this magnificent beauty of, we were at the top of the world at that point, right? Around all of this magnificent beauty, and we were standing in the middle of snow in the middle of July. So next time you have an item when you are on a trip that doesn't go very well, think about this, and you may actually have a story like ours, and you can name it like we did. #happy accident. Thank you.